Welcome back to From Vinyl to Streaming, Tunes Through Time with Abby and Judy. I'm Abby.
And I'm Judy.
How you doing, Judy?
I'm good. You might wonder why we were laughing there. I tried to do the opening and I blew it.
I might leave it in.
No.
Just
I'm
kidding.
the worst at that kind of stuff. So
No, you'll get better at it. You got it.
At it. And I'm just really bad
No,
at it.
you
So
got it.
It is what it is.
You got it. Well,
But yeah. So yeah. How are you, Abby?
I'm good.
Did you have a good week?
I did. I'm trying to think. What happened?
Oh, it was a busy week. You had a lot of fun this week.
Yeah,
right?
it was Halloween weekend.
Yeah.
Did some Halloween activities this weekend. Went to a haunted house. Went to a party.
You went to a ballet.
I went to a ballet with Judy.
It was a good ballet. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was getting there. I was getting to the
I'm
ballet.
sorry. I'm
It's okay.
sorry.
It's okay.
Just so into this ballet.
I know. It was a really good ballet. It was Jacqueline Hyde. It was very intense, very kind of crazy.
It was very
but really
intense.
good. But really
really good. There was moments I could have done without.
Yeah. But it's just it's a spooky one.
It was I like the spooky part.
I know.
There's other parts I didn't like, but we won't go there.
But it was good. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I wish it was a little less, I guess, PG. 13, 14.
Yeah. You
Well,
wish
less PG,
it was a
14.
little bit more PG.
Yeah, more than PG. But it's I don't know. It is what it is. I thought it was really good. I thought they did a really good job. It was very intense. I was actually a little scared at the times.
Ooh.
So it was a good Halloween one.
It was really good.
So that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. So we did that. What else were you up to?
Well, I had a little procedure on my throat.
She did have a procedure on her
which
throat.
has caused me a lot of stress this weekend. Because now I know, I've always known I had stomach issues, but now I really know I have stomach issues and I have throat issues and I might have allergy issues. And, so that made me not too happy.
No, not very fun.
Not very fun. But then my husband and I went to St. George, Timo and I, and we were able to relax a little bit. It was really good weather there. So that was a lot of fun.
That's good.
Yeah, I was kind of glad to get away.
Yeah.
I was having a lot of stress.
No, that makes sense.
I had an Etsy problem.
She did have it. She had an Etsy.
And I'm not advertising for Etsy or against Etsy. I don't really care. But I was trying to download some things and it wasn't working.
Yes.
And luckily, a lot of this is what's done. I did 2. They didn't work very well. So I thought, then I'll just do 6 more. I think it's because I was still on drugs from my surgery, my procedure.
Yeah.
And none of them worked.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of like emailing all these people. And let me tell you, some of the sweetest, nicest people on Etsy. And I wish I could give them a rating, but my is still not working. I can't even give these people ratings. So I feel really bad, but they're like the sweetest, nicest people, but 2.
But 2.
And then there's the 2 that aren't very nice that I cannot wait to give a bad rating and a bad, just really bad review.
Yeah.
I'm going to give them back.
Well, if they've
the
been
things
rude
they
to you.
said to me, the things they said to me, this one said, oh, okay, I'll do it when I have some time, when I have some free time.
You're like,
That was 2 days ago.
okay.
The other one, I messaged 3 times. Finally, they respond, and I was telling them what happened, and I thought I was very clear, but it's like she couldn't understand a word I was saying or something. And then she finally said, it's after midnight. I'll have to deal with this later.
You're like, oh, I'm
and that
so
was
sorry to be bothering
2 days
you.
ago, and I'm not reaching out because it's only a couple bucks. But for a couple bucks, they're going to get a bad review. That's all I'm going to say.
I think that's fair. I think that's very fair.
So, yeah. So, I was, I don't know, half dragged out because, I don't know. It was a weird weekend for me. Very weird.
Understandable.
Very weird. I couldn't sleep. It was just really weird. So probably the ballet affected me a little differently because I don't know if I was really
emotionally there.
Emotionally there.
That makes sense.
But let me tell you, I'm making something really cute. So, and it really makes me mad because one of the sweet people on Etsy, she said, just leave me a 5-star review. And I'm like, yes, I would love to. And I would love to make my cute thing and even post it on hers. But
You
I
can't.
can't. And I feel so bad. And I feel like these people are probably thinking, oh, I was really nice to her and she can't be nice back.
Yeah.
And I'm going through all this. This is the stuff I have to live with in my life.
You're doing
Oh,
great, Judy. You're
so
doing great.
frustrating.
You're doing great.
So frustrating. Anyways, it's good to be home.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to be with Abigail again.
Mhm.
We all love being around Abby.
Of course. Who wouldn't
We
want to
have
be
so
around
much
Abby?
fun. We have so much fun.
We do have so much fun.
So yeah. So maybe less soapbox. Let's get back to what we're here for.
So today we thought it would be fun if we kind of talked about our high school time music through our high school years. So we pulled up some of the songs from when we were in high school every year. So we're gonna go through our sophomore year, junior year, and
Yeah.
senior year.
Yeah. And if
Just
you live
kinda-
outside of Utah, we don't do 9th grade as high school.
Yeah, so that doesn't count.
So it's only our 10th, 11th, and 12th grade.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So we're. Do you want to get started?
I will get started, but I'm going to put a disclaimer here. My sophomore year, we're going to start from youngest to oldest. My sophomore year was 84. And let me tell you,
One of the best years of music.
yeah,
Mhm.
like I was going through them, and by the time I'm a senior, music was going down again. So
But you started on a high note.
let's start with a high note.
Mm-hmm.
1984. Can I just tell you, I was reading through this and there wasn't a bad, I don't know. There's bad songs. There's dumb songs and stuff, but my goodness, it was like a catalog of the most wonderful songs I think ever in the history of the world.
Yeah. I would like to note how big her font is.
And I need glasses.
I love it.
Well, I
think
just
that's
printed.
incredible. I know.
So let's go through some of these songs.
Okay.
What's love got to do with it? Not a big Tina Turner fan,
But man.
but when everybody hears "What's love got to do with it," you know it, and
You know
everybody
it.
knows it.
Mm-hmm.
"Say, Say, Say" by Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson, another dumb song.
I don't know if I know that song.
Really?
Yeah.
Hated that song, but it just brings back memories.
Yeah.
Here's one you're gonna love:
Okay.
"Footloose" by Kenny Loggins. Abby's not a big Kenny Loggins fan. I just think he was great.
I just have never liked Kenny Loggins. I don't know. I don't have
Yeah.
anything against him personally. I've just never liked Kenny Loggins.
He has written some really good songs for a lot of good movies, and Footloose,
Footloose and
1984
Top Gun. What else?
in Utah. "Jump" by Van Halen.
Mm.
I hated this song, but I wrote it down. Lionel Richie, "Hello." I hated this. I don't even know how it goes, but I remember the
I can
video.
only think of the Adele song.
No, the
Hello.
video's funny because it's like this. He's like a teacher.
Oh.
Teaching
Is it me you're
looking for.
That's
Yeah,
how it
and
goes.
she's like blind and she's doing a bust of his head. And he's like all in love with her, but he doesn't know what to say. This is college, not high school. Thank goodness. And then at the end, she reveals what she was making for him, and it was a bust of his head. So he knew that she liked him. It was so stupid.
Oh, that's really special.
I know. Owner of the Lonely Heart.
Oh,
by Yes.
the lonely
I didn't like this song, and
I
I,
think it's
didn't like Yes, but a lot of my friends loved it. I have very distinct memories of my friends loving this song.
Mm.
And I was like, no, not me. But anyways, Ghostbusters,
A classic.
Ray Parker Jr.,
A classic. Very,
Karma.
very of the time.
Karma Chameleon. Karma
Chameleon. A classic.
Classic, Missing You by John Waite, which I never liked the song, but we went and saw a concert, Styx, and John Waite was there, and you were like, who's John Waite? Remember? I don't know if you remember.
I don't remember.
He was the opening act, but we missed him.
Oh.
And
When was this concert?
when we went and saw Styx at the USANA this summer.
Oh, we missed
Remember?
it?
Yeah, there was Styx, Foreigner, and John Waite.
Oh, I don't remember.
And I remember you're like, I don't even know who that is. That's why I wrote him down. I don't like him at all.
I don't remember. That song, it doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, I'll have to play it for you someday.
Yeah.
Dancing in the Dark with Bruce Springsteen.
Mm.
Courtney Cox's debut. I think.
That was in 84?
84.
That's crazy.
Girls Just Want to Have fun.
That's such a classic.
84.
That is such a classic. That's such a good song. But I think the argument can be made that Miley Cyrus's cover of it from 2009 is better.
I don't think so. I mean, Cyndi Lauper's a cover.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I can't remember who sings it. Who was I think it was the guy. The original singer. I don't know.
Interesting.
I only know Cyndi Lauper's version, and that's the only one I'm going to remember.
Well, the Miley Cyrus one, if you know, you know.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
The Reflex by Duran Duran.
Oh, that's
Remember
a classic
that one?
too. That's a
That was
good one.
fun. Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper.
More Cyndi Lauper. It was her year.
It was her year. I tell you, this is Let's Go Crazy by Prince.
A classic.
When Doves Cry was number one, I just didn't like that one. I don't.
Was that the year Purple Rain came out?
It must have been.
Yeah.
I just don't. I was never a big Prince fan. Sorry, Prince fans. There are some songs.
There's some. I mean, Red Corvette. I can bump to Red Corvette.
Yeah. Hold Me Now by the Thompson Twins.
That's such a good song.
That is a classic.
Song. That song, I feel like that song, it had to have been in like a John Hughes or something. Like that song just
I'm sure it was.
like screams like John Hughes movie to me.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe Napoleon Dynamite, actually.
It might have been. Hold Me Now. I don't know.
I don't know. But it's
Remember
very
the
reminiscent
Thompson
of that time.
Twins in the 84. Because there were three of them.
Mm-hmm.
None of them were twins. 2 guys, 2 girls. I mean, 2 guys, 1 girl. And none of them were twins.
But the 3 of them were the Thompson
They
twins.
were the Thompson Twins.
That's really funny.
They were funny. Okay, this is a good one. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell.
Is that really that song?
It's
I
like-
always feel like somebody's watching me.
And
I thought
then-
that was Michael Jackson.
No, Michael Jackson sings on it.
Oh, gotcha.
So come on. 84. Classics.
Just banger after
It
banger.
was banger after banger. And I'm not even saying them all, like 99 Left Balloons. I hated that song.
I've never heard that song.
Oh, Sherry by Steve Perry.
Steve Perry. Had they split up or had he been kicked out of?
No, he was still there, but he was doing his own. That was his first big hit, and it was huge. And it made everyone in Journey kind of mad. Because usually when you do a solo, it's not supposed to be as big as the
band.
But I have a good story about this one.
Okay.
I went to driver's ed. It was a Saturday. I walked over to the high school, did driver's ed, came home, found out this was number 1 song.
That's beautiful.
I know. That's what always reminds me of walking in the house and everybody being all excited.
Yeah.
Because Oh Sherry was number
was number
one.
1. That's funny.
It's kind of dumb.
We love Steve Perry.
Okay, here's a perfect one. One of our favorite songs of all time. Both of yours. Both yours and me.
Both of mine.
That'd be really only one person. I guess that's why they call it The Blues by Elton John.
Such a good song. Such a good song.
Classic. I love that song.
I love that song.
Sunglasses at Night. Come on,
I
that's
wear
like
my sunglasses at night.
Uptown Girl.
Oh, another one, Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. Sister Christian.
Okay, so here's the thing about that song. It is a life goal of me to see that live. And just that song. I don't know any other Night Ranger songs. I just don't want to die having not seen Sister Christian live, you know?
And we have this like little amphitheater in Layton, Utah, and they were there a couple of years ago. I don't know why we didn't go. I don't know either.
Because I would love to see Sister Christian live.
So then there was Drive.
Oh,
by the Cars.
Such a good song.
The Heart of Rock and Roll by Huey Lewis.
Huey Lewis
I mean,
and the
come on,
News.
this is
like just the best music.
Hard Habit to Break by Chicago.
Oh, no.
There's so many of these. I'm not even going to go through them all. Because if I didn't like them, I didn't like them. Like Sad Song by Elton John. I didn't like that song. And I love Elton John. Sorry. And I Want a New Drug by Huey Lewis. I didn't really like that one either. Love is a Battlefield by Pat Benatar. Got a classic.
We love Pat Benatar.
You Might Think by The Cars.
You might think
Come On, Feel the Noise by Quiet Riot. I bought the record. That was one I bought. I bought it. My brother took me to Salt Lake because he had a thing in Salt Lake, and he's like, "Why don't you just go to the mall and hang out?" And when I was at the mall, I bought the record, and then I didn't dare share it with anybody or tell anybody because I thought I'd get yelled at.
That's so funny.
For, a bad song.
Well, now I have that record.
You do. Okay, here's a good one. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Thriller.
So good.
Classics, I
That's
tell you.
honest. Wait, I'm really shocked that's not higher. So this
I
is
know.
78 on the top 100 singles. I'm really shocked that's
I'm really
not higher.
surprised too. But that's what it says.
Thriller, an iconic album and song.
There
And
was
so
not
and
a-
Happy Halloween.
And Happy Halloween. That's a good Halloween song.
That is
We
a good
couldn't
Halloween
think of
song.
any Halloween songs. And now we've got two.
Well, we had one, the Monster Mash, and we couldn't come up with another one. Now we know.
Now we know.
Thriller.
Thriller. Next year, we're going to talk about it.
Yep.
So think of
Stick
Laura.
around.
Think of Laura.
Oh,
Christopher Cross. I only put that because I went to a Christopher Cross concert in the summer. And yeah, that's
Did he
about
sing of it?
He sang Think of Laura.
Classic.
And
Yeah.
that's all I'm going to say about it. It wasn't the best concert in the world. I'm not going to lie.
You know,
It was okay.
he's the one whose video killed a radio star, right? That's him?
No.
Oh.
No. MTV killed his popularity because people saw what he looked
Yeah.
like. Video Killed the Radio Star was the original song played on MTV the very first time it came on. Had nothing to do with Christopher Cross.
Gotcha.
That was a rumor started by Timo.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Yeah, so no, it was him.
But MTV did hurt
He
his
wasn't
career.
the most beautiful looking man.
That's
And he was like high pitched and I don't know. To look at him and sing, it
didn't work.
it didn't work. And I feel really bad, but I saw him singing and whatever.
Yeah.
The Longest Time. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Our other favorite song. Magic by Cars.
That's such a good song. That's our summer song.
That is our summer song. I have a convertible. And in the spring, almost summer, like
When it's
Kinda
finally
June-ish.
warm enough.
we take the top down, we turn on Magic really loud,
Mm-hmm.
and we drive.
Yes.
And it is a beautiful moment.
It is a beautiful moment.
So I was trying to decide which was my favorite song in '84, and it just has to be, I guess that's why they call it the blues
Yeah,
by
that's
Elton
such a
John,
good song.
because that is my
That's
classic.
such a good song.
But if I think Sister Christian was always huge, just things like that. So
Such
I'm
a
gonna
good song.
say we kind of started with the best.
The best. At 84, it was such a good year. It really was.
It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very good.
Very, very good.
So
Okay.
everything else is going to go downhill from here.
I don't know. I've got some hot contenders.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's hear your sophomore year.
Okay. My sophomore year was 2017. Let me make sure I said the right one. Yep, 2017. So we started off with a hit, number one, Shape of You by Ed Sheeran.
Oh yeah.
A classic. Like I said, when we did the like what year was that or whatever, I can't remember what we called that episode, but where we went through the top songs of the year, this was
That's
that
right.
year. I talked about how this was the year I got my driver's license, and it was the only thing on the radio.
See how
The
you
only
remember
thing.
something with
Mhm.
your driver's license?
Yeah.
Because I think of O'Sherry with my
Yeah,
driver's license.
that's
You
funny.
think Shape of Me.
Shape of You.
Shape of You.
Um,
whatever. Shape
but
of
it
me,
was
Shape of You.
Shape of Me, Shape of You, Shape of Them.
I don't know.
You never know. But it was closely followed by the only thing on the radio by the number 2 song, Despacito, with
I know this song.
the one with Justin Bieber, the remix with Justin Bieber. It's a classic.
Is it? I
Yeah.
know the song. I just don't know how it goes.
Despacito. It's all in Spanish,
Oh, that's.
so I don't know it, except the Justin Bieber parts. But,
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a great song.
I don't remember that song too much.
And then we had Bruno Mars released the 24 Karat Magic album that year. So we had 24 Karat Magic, That's What I Like, Versace on the Floor.
She on the floor.
Yeah. An incredible album. We also had Darn by Kendrick Lamar, that album. So that had Humble on it. Another great song. You're not a huge
She's killing me.
you're not a
here. I don't
huge
know.
Kendrick fan.
I'm not a huge Kendrick fan.
Coming off, I think this song came out in 2016, but it was really big. Closer by the Chainsmokers and Halsey. That song was huge as well. So
What
big.
was it called again?
Closer.
Closer?
Mhm.
How's it go? Sing it to me.
I was doing just fine before I met you. I drink too much and then to miss you, but I'm okay.
Yeah, I think I know it.
I think you'd know it if you heard it. So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of the Rover that I know you can't afford. Like that tattoo on your shoulder. That song? I think you'd know it if I played it for you.
I probably would know it if you played it for me.
My rendition isn't doing it justice.
Sounds like a fun song though.
No, it was huge. I remember it was huge. Another one, Say You Won't Let Go by James Arthur. My friend in high school, she loved James Arthur. Like loved him. And so we listened to so much James Arthur because he's great. He is great. But so this song, it reminds me specifically of when we went to the Grand America for my 16th birthday. We listened to the song in the car so many times.
So I should know it.
So you should know it. I'm sure you would know this song if I played it.
I probably would.
This was also the year of the rise of Post Malone. So we had Congratulations by Post Malone. This is when he was doing like real rap, kind of.
He's
his rap
favorite.
times.
I just want everyone to know I love Post
She loves
Malone.
Post
I don't
Malone.
know any of his songs, but I love him.
You would probably know some of
I
these
might know
ones.
some of them.
So that was a good one. This was also when DJ Khaled was really popping off. So I'm the One with Justin Bieber, Chance the Rapper, all of them. What's the other one? Wild Thoughts with Rihanna. One of the last songs Rihanna has ever released.
Really?
Before she quit music. This was also when The Weeknd was really starting to get popular.
Oh yeah.
So we had Starboy. That was his second album, I think. So he's already pretty popular by this point. But Starboy, that's a great one. This is when Khalid got really famous too. Location. You probably don't know any of these songs. Attention by Charlie Puth. That's a great song. It's one of the only Charlie Puth songs I know. It's funny. I went to a Charlie Puth concert like a year and a half ago. And I knew like 3 songs going into it. Turns out I did know a few more, but I knew like 3 songs. But those 3 songs, so good.
Are they?
Attention was one of them.
Hits?
They're hits. Attention was one of them.
Yeah, I don't know too many of his songs. I think I hear him on the radio, but I just don't pay attention.
Yeah. He's got some good songs. This was also when our best friend's favorite One Direction boys were releasing their first solos. So we have Strip That Down by Liam on here. We have Sign of the Times by Harry.
I did like Sign of the Times. That was
and very importantly, we have I Don't Want to Live Forever by Zayn and Taylor Swift. That song is so good. That song,
like, they ever collabed.
Oh, it broke the world.
Did it?
Yes, it's such a good song. Such a good song. It was actually the song for one of the 50 Shades of Grey movies. It was the song.
I guess that's why I don't know it.
But it's a great song, regardless of what movie it was intended for. Great, great song.
Yeah.
This was also when Selena Gomez was just dropping singles. Like she wasn't doing an album. She was just dropping singles. So we had It Ain't Me by her. It's so funny. Some of these songs I haven't thought about in years. I Spy by Kyle featuring Lil Yachty. Incredible song. So much fun. This was also Slow Hands by Niall.
Oh, I like Slow Hands.
So we were getting the singles from the One Direction boys.
Niall. I do like Niall songs.
We do. Let me find here. Look What You Made Me Do by Taylor Swift. This was the year Reputation came out.
I do remember that song.
So that one.
That was good.
That was a classic. Castle on the Hill by Ed Sheeran.
That's the best one. Why did you leave that?
It's number 40.
That's a good one.
I know. I'm just going to. It's such a good one.
That
that album. I think it's Divide. That's my favorite Ed Sheeran album.
Mine too.
And it's just so good. So
good.
Every single song was so good.
Really is.
We had Machine Gun Kelly, Bad Things featuring Camila Cabello.
Don't know it, but I know who Machine Gun Kelly is.
That song is iconic. It's just iconic. We had Side to Side, Ariana Grande featuring Nicki Minaj. This song was also such a big deal.
Was it?
You wouldn't like it, but it was such a big deal.
I'm sure I wouldn't. I don't like Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake. That was another song that was the only thing on the radio for a long time. It was from the Trolls movie. You would know it if you heard it.
I probably
Can't stop the feeling.
started listening to the radio, not the radio.
Dance.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That song, I don't like that song, and I can't listen to that song. That was one that was like so overplayed that even now when I listen to it, it's not nostalgic at all. It's just annoying still.
It may never be nostalgic.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So funny. Let's see. Shawn Mendes was dropping some songs. We had Mercy. I think we had There's Nothing Holding Me Back, but that might have been later. Rockstar by Post Malone. I think you would know that song.
I might know it.
You might know that one.
I just don't know the name of it.
Yeah. Like I'm a rock star.
It's Post Malone. It's got to be good.
Exactly. DNA, another song from Darn by Kendrick Lamar. Let me see here.
Is that really what it's called?
No,
It's Darn?
no.
Oh,
It's called the other word.
good. I'm glad you.
But I keep things PG
I'm glad
here.
you're PG in it here. Your mama.
Well, it was also funny because the album cover, it says Darn, but not. And then it's just like his face. And then when we were like, I think it was like senior, like SBOs or something, when I was a senior in high school, one of the kids who was running put Darn and then his face. Actual Darn. And then his face for his campaign posters. It was really, really funny.
You're gonna love it around here.
Yes. All Time Low by John Bellion. This was when John Bellion was like releasing music. He's someone who like writes with a lot of people. Like he's written a lot of songs that you would probably know.
Probably.
But he was like releasing his own music. And guess what? Not a fan. And everyone loved him. And it drove me insane.
I hate that.
Too Good at Goodbyes by Sam Smith. His best album, in my opinion. And that song was so
He
good.
was really good when he first came out.
Yeah. So it was his second album. And it is so good. It was so good. You would know it, I think. If you
Do I
listened to
know, was it his first album that I would know more? Or
Yeah, so his first album had like Stay With Me.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
That one.
Like that. Yeah, I liked him back then.
Yeah, but this one was really good. This one
I'm sure
it had a lot of really good songs on there. Young, Dumb, and Broke by Khalid. Such a good song. When I went to an Ed Sheeran concert in Dallas. Khalid was the opener, and he had a lot of good songs. Took me right back to 2017. It's funny.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Let's see here. Malibu by Miley Cyrus. This was like a good Miley Cyrus era because it was when she was like coming back to her roots kind of a thing. And she was releasing.
She lost it.
No, it was when she was releasing like Malibu is like, what are the lyrics? Like, I can't remember. But anyways, it's like you all I can think of is You'll Always Find Your Way Back Home. But that's a Hannah Montana song. But it's like that kind of thing.
Okay.
She always goes back to Malibu kind of a thing. It's really good. Treat You Better by Shawn Mendes. Havana by Camila Cabello. That's another song that was so overplayed that I genuinely can't stand it.
I think I heard some news about Shawn Mendes.
That he's gay.
Yeah.
So this is the thing.
Everybody thought he was.
Everyone has been saying since the inception of Shawn Mendes that this man is a little fruity. We're not sure to what extent, but there's something a little fruity about him. And he kind of said, this week. Not totally, not like blatantly, but he did kind of go, yeah. Which
nobody's surprised.
Is a shock to no one. It is a shock to no one.
Other than I thought it was kind of funny to
It
hear
is
about.
kind of funny, yeah.
Because he's been denying it
for so long. And like hardcore denying it. Well, he's been denying it, but being like, it'd be okay if I was, but like I'm not. But like it'd be okay if I was, but I'm not. It's really funny.
Come to find out.
Maybe
he
a
is.
little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. But yeah, that's about it. There was like What Lovers Do by Maroon 5. Maroon 5 had a couple songs that year.
Yeah, that was about that. Maroon 5 time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, 2017 wasn't the best year of music, but it did have some really good songs. Like the singles from the One Direction boys, Reputation by Taylor Swift, you know, the classics.
Mm-hmm.
There was also Swallow by Jason Derulo, but we're not going to talk about that song.
Why? Is it a bad
It's a naughty song. But it's a bop. Let me tell you that.
Well, it's a bop.
Exactly.
Well, I probably shouldn't have eaten this Tootsie Roll.
Well, that's okay. Well,
One second.
let me talk more about my sophomore year music. It was a lot of James Arthur. We listened to a lot of James Arthur, but he was really, really good, so I really liked him.
Gotta like him.
Yeah.
I don't even know who he is, but you gotta like him.
You gotta like him.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Fun going down memory lane there.
2017.
So my junior year was 1985. Still a really good
Still
year.
a good year for music, I will say.
And the number one song was Careless Whispers by Wham.
Tonight's a night, all I
Gotta love
wish
him.
I wake. I don't, but
And then
I wish
Like
him
a
the best.
Virgin by Madonna, another classic.
A classic, all shiny and new.
All shiny and new. Wake Me Up Before You Go Go.
The only Wham song I like.
I hated that song in high school.
That's really funny.
But now I love it. Now I'm just like, oh, it's classic. These aren't going to be in order because I didn't staple it in order. A View to a Kill with Duran Duran.
I don't know if I know that one.
That's to a, what's that? Those movies?
James Bond.
James Bond.
Yeah.
That was to a James Bond.
That sounds like a James Bond song.
We Belong by Pat Benatar.
That's such a good song.
I love Pat Benatar. She was
really had
pregnant
some-
in the
Oh, really?
video. Yeah.
She has some really good songs. She really, really does.
Studio. Remember that song?
No, I
By
don't think
Phil
I've ever
Collins.
heard that. I don't
That
think
was
I've
a
ever
dumb
heard it.
song. That was not my favorite song. I just got it out of there.
Mm.
Separate Lives by Phil Collins was really good. That was in the movie Night White Nights.
Oh, White Nights. That's such a good movie.
That's
a
one
good
of our
movie.
favorite movies.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I'd probably hear it or recognize it if I heard it then, but I don't know it
Yeah,
off
it's
the top
like
of my head.
when they were starting talking about leaving Russia,
Mm.
even though they were really in Finland.
It's so funny because we go to Finland. I mean, we've been
We go quite a bit.
good amount of
Yeah.
times, and we'll like walk and be like, "Yep, that's where they were in White Nights." Like,
Yeah, we'll like find it.
it's kind of funny.
Raspberry Beret by Prince.
That's a fun song.
I actually like
I think
that
that's
song.
a fun song.
That was one of my favorite songs of his. Yeah, it's just fun.
That's a good one.
Material Girl came out that year.
You know, maybe Madonna's best.
It could have been.
It could have been Madonna's
85.
best.
Yeah. She had cute hair back then.
She did. She did.
Her hair was
She was
really,
really
short
cute,
and cute.
yeah.
And I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner.
I wanna know what love is.
I love that song.
Such a good one.
Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for
Such a
Fears.
good one.
Yeah, I really like that song. It always reminds me of me buying a Swatch watch.
Oh, really?
And I don't know why, but when I think about Swatch watches, I think of this song. Everybody Wants to Rule. It's like synonymous with Swatch watches.
That's
with me.
funny. That's
Yeah.
funny. Was that song in Sky High?
It might have been. I don't know.
That reminds me of Sky High for some reason.
I don't know. Money for Nothing.
Any chicks for free.
Yep. Chicks are free. Take Me On. Aha.
I
always hated
it's
that
Take
song.
On Me.
Take On Me.
Yeah. Take Me On.
Take On.
Take
On Me. You're
on
right.
me. Take on me.
The video was cool.
Take
That was
me.
one of the coolest videos ever.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
You've never seen it? It's when he goes into the cartoon.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it.
We're going to watch it after.
Okay.
And if you guys haven't watched it, watch
Go look it up.
Take On Me by Aha. I think it's one of the best
Videos.
videos. Especially back then. It was
Mhm.
like earth-shaking, new, and cool.
There you go.
Oh, We Built This City by
We
Star.
built this city.
Can I just tell you, I hated that song.
It was funny.
So bad.
I have this distinct memory of maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, like turning on music and I turned on this song, like it was played, and you were like, I hate this song. I can't stand this song. Blew my mind. I had no idea you
Yeah,
did not like that
I
song.
did not like the song.
It's kind of funny.
Power of Love by
It's the
Huey
power
Lewis.
of love. Wasn't that in a movie?
Yeah, I think it was in Back to the Future.
That's right. That's what it is.
And then St. Elmo's Fire by John Parr. Now that one was on 24/7. 24/7.
Yeah.
You hear it on the radio, on MTV, everything. And that was one of them that got so annoying that you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Was that movie a John Hughes?
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably because it was the Brat
The crew.
Pack.
Yeah.
Brat Pack, is that what they were called?
Maybe.
Guess what? We Are the World came out
we
that year.
are the babe children. What's the one?
We are the world. We are the children. I don't know how it goes.
A classic. They
A
they saved the world
classic.
with that one.
You know, they kind of felt like they were going to. At least.
Wasn't it for AIDS?
Yeah. No, it was for Africa. There was where there wasn't any water. What's it called?
A drought.
in Africa, and a lot of people were dying. It was really sad.
That is really sad.
So they gave. I don't know how much of it went
Oh, the proceeds.
to Africa. You know, they said they checked all the egos at the door, but there's a new show on Netflix about it, and I don't think they did.
We think there were some egos in that
There was
door.
some egos. And it was funny because Waylon Jennings, who's one of my favorite, they wanted him to sing in like an African Swahili.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, good old boy sings in Swahili. And he just walked out. He didn't even care.
Yikes.
I know. It's kind of weird. But
Well, it's probably,
kinda
I mean,
funny.
that probably wouldn't have aged well if he did that.
It
So
probably didn't.
it's probably good.
So, yeah. What else was on there? Shout. Let it all out. Born in the USA.
I was born in the USA.
Yeah, isn't that great?
That is great.
I was a huge Bruce Springsteen fan back then.
Which is so funny because I don't think of you as a Bruce Springsteen fan
Well, I
at
hate
all.
him now, but yeah, head over heels. Yeah, so yeah, I loved Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
I got the album and everything, and
That is a good album. He's got some
Yeah.
good songs on that album.
on the album.
Mm-hmm.
So head over heels for Tears for Fears. I think I was a huge Tears for Fears.
Over heels.
Yeah. Glory Days by Bruce Springsteen. I like that
Another good one. Yep.
Voices Carry by Till Tuesday. That was such a stupid song.
I don't think I
And
know
I
that
still
one.
hear it. I'm like, oh, I hate that song so
That's
bad.
so funny.
And what else was there? Walking on Sunshine.
Classic. Who sings that?
Katrina and the Waves.
That's what it is.
Yes. Freedom by Wham.
I don't know that one.
It's not bad.
Hmm.
I'm on Fire. I love this song by Bruce Springsteen. That was one
I
of
don't
my
know if I know
favorite
that
ones.
one.
It's where you go. I don't know. It's kind of a weird song, but like I kind of almost think it's a little like stocky, like he was stuck on her. or something. I don't know.
That's funny.
It was
There were a
kinda
lot of
weird.
those songs in the 80s, it
There
seems
was
like.
California Girls by David Lee Roth.
Oh, not Katy Perry.
Not Katy Perry, but why I put that one out there. There was a girl from Roy who used to be a Playboy bunny in 1985, and she was in that video.
There you go.
Not going to say her name. I don't want to give her any too much excitement, but
We'll protect her anonymity.
yeah, she probably wouldn't care. And honestly, I don't remember her name.
Okay. The
But
truth
yeah.
comes out.
The truth comes out. She was from Roy, and then she was 1985. I think it was October 1985, Playmate of the Year, and she was in that video.
There you go.
So who knew? All the famous people that came from Roy, Utah.
Roy, Utah.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's good. 85. That's a good year.
85 was a good year. It was.
Oh, Summer of 69. That's
Summer
a
of
good
60
song.
Yeah.
I like that song. I don't think you like that song.
I
very
don't
much.
like that song.
I think, like, for my generation, that's just like a classic 80s song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would have to agree. I just never liked it. I never liked him, Brian Adams, for some reason.
I don't know any other song.
Oh, there was that
But-
one, but I can't remember what it's called
Yeah.
either. I don't know. There was something about it. I just didn't like him.
That's fair.
I don't know. I still don't like him.
Yeah.
And I still won't listen to him. Like, there's a lot of like musicians back then that I didn't like, but now I'll listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not one of them.
There you go.
So,
There you go.
but not bad. But I think one of my favorite songs of the year, that year in 85 would have to be probably We Are the World. That was
A
just
classic.
a classic. I mean, when Steve Perry sings his part with Kenny Loggins,
Mm-hmm.
it's a classic.
Classic.
That's all I can say. Classic.
What was the other one where they all came together?
That was the
Christmas song.
Christmas song. Do they know it's Christmas?
Do they know it's
time?
Christmas? That's right.
That's what made us have
We Are the World.
We Are the World.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I would say that. Maybe Wake Me Up Before You Go. Even though not at the
Not
time.
at the time, but
not
now.
at the time. Now I just think it's a fun song.
Yeah.
At the time I thought it was stupid.
And
I
it's
couldn't
in
believe
Zoolander.
anybody would ever sing it. But-
And it's hilarious. in
and now I
Zoolander.
love George Michael.
And
And it was in Zoolander, so
Okay. Junior year for me, 2018. Let's see here. Drake had an album come out that year that was really big.
Drake?
I remember. It
Remember he had
wasn't
a song that I kind of liked.
really
Yeah, what song is that one?
God's Plan.
I don't know if it was that one.
In My Feelings.
I have no idea.
Nice for What? He had a lot of songs on the Hot 100. But Perfect by Ed Sheeran. That song was a big one, even though the album came out the year before. It finally beat out Shape of You.
It's like Shape of You took a whole year
Yeah.
before they could move on.
Move on, because it was so big. Like,
So
I just
big.
remember that song was like record breaking, so
I
big.
just remember I hated it too.
Yeah.
And it was always on the radio.
Always
so
on the
perfect.
radio.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that song so much.
Yeah, I do too. That's such a good one.
That was classic.
I think Psycho.
Wait, before we go
Oh,
on.
I'm so sorry.
I think that's what everyone had at their
At their wedding.
weddings that year.
Oh, absolutely. It was everybody's song. Everybody's
song.
first dance song.
Yeah.
Okay. Psycho by Post Malone and Ty Dolla $ign.
I don't know it, but I love Post Malone.
Let's see. I Like It, Cardi B. This is when Cardi B hit the scene. That song, it had its time. The Middle by Zed, Maren Morris, and Gray. I remember, so Maren Morris opened for Niall at the Niall Horan concert. And she sang this. And she actually, she's a country singer, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Girls Like You by Maroon 5. This was another time.
Oh, I think I remember that one.
Big Maroon 5 year. Better Now by Post Malone. You know that song.
Probably.
You probably think that you were better now. Better now. It's a good one.
I would like it.
Yeah, it's a good one. Finesse by Bruno Mars and Cardi B. That song slapped.
Does it?
Yeah. Dripping in finesse. It all make no sense. New Rules by Dua Lipa. I love Dua Lipa. This was when
she does like Dua Lipa.
We got Go Girl Give Us Nothing. Which is so funny. It's funny because for those of you who don't know what Go Girl Give Us Nothing is, she was on stage performing and it was supposed to be like the big like dance part of the song, and she just like moved her hips. And it's hilarious. It's the funniest thing in the whole entire world because she really gave us nothing. And it's kind of like she got kind of memed for it so hard that she's an incredible performer now. But it was just funny because
you have to learn somehow.
It's iconic. Go Girl, Give Us Nothing. Let's see here. No Tears Left to Cry by Ariana Grande. We had Sweetener, I think. I think that was on Sweetener. Sweetener came out that year, which was fun. That was when she dropped Sweetener and Thank You Next, like right next to each other, basically.
I don't really like Ariana Grande.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was a good actress, though.
Yeah.
I just can't understand a word she's saying.
Yeah. That's fair.
My biggest
That's
problem
fair.
with her.
That is fair. That's like, a very common criticism of hers.
Because I'm like, I have no idea what she's saying. I don't know if it's like a pitch in my ears that I can't hear.
No, she doesn't pronunciate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And especially on these two albums, it was really bad. She's gotten a lot better now. Where I think it's been Wicked. Like her latest album, she pronunciates very well. So I think it was Wicked that helped her pronunciate. Because that's a very common criticism, and she does not pronunciate anything.
Remember we went to the concert and I guess there's a lot of songs with F words in it. And I had no clue. I was just there. Yeah.
You're just sitting in your seat, bobbing your head, having a good time.
And I had no idea.
It was funny.
Kind of funny.
I know, because every time it would happen, I'd like kind of look at her, being like, did she hear that? Did she hear that? Nope.
That's just my least favorite word in the whole vocabulary of the United States.
It is.
English language. And I don't know. It's just me. Personal opinion. Hate it. So when I hear it, I'm like,
again.
But not with her.
Nope, you can't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
Can't hear it. Thunder by Imagine Dragons.
Oh, that's a good one.
Being from Utah, Imagine Dragons was a big deal for a long time.
Yeah, but they became a big deal.
They became a really big deal.
Yeah.
But Thunder, it's a classic.
That was a classic.
Delicate, Taylor Swift from Reputation. Such a great song. We love Taylor Swift. Bad at Love by Halsey. Another great song. I'm trying to think what album that was she released that year, but it was a good album. It had quite a few good songs on there.
I don't know.
Let's see. Feel It Still, Portugal and the Man. This is so funny. I have such vivid memories of this song. I was in junior year math class.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, the way the tables were sat, or like your little table, they had a row along the back and a row along the side, and then rows going in the middle. And I was on the row on the side, me and my friend, and then we had a couple other friends around us, and we were just working on our homework, and our teacher was playing music, and he was playing this song, and it's the one that goes, ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks, yeah. take it back to 1966. Yeah, it might be over now, but I feel it still. That song. But when it got to the chorus part, the whole like back row and side row, we just all sang it like in unison. Like no one was singing before it just started. Then it was hilarious.
It just something you guys just automatically
yeah,
just did?
like we did. Like everyone just
anything?
started singing. It was so funny. We all just busted up laughing
That's hilarious.
because everyone just started singing. It was good.
That's
it was funny.
hilarious.
So that's what I think of when I think of that song.
Yeah.
Junior year math class. So fun.
So many memories.
So many memories. Young Blood by 5 Seconds of Summer. Such a good song.
We saw them in concert.
We did see them in concert. Whatever It Takes by Imagine Dragons. They must have released that album that time. That year. I Fall Apart by Post Malone. Another great Post Malone song.
Gotta love Post Malone.
Pray for Me by The Weeknd and Kendrick Lamar. This was the year that Black Panther came out and Kendrick Lamar did that whole soundtrack. So there was a lot of them from this, but It was a really good soundtrack. But Pray for Me, The Weeknd and Kendrick. Back to You by Selena Gomez. This song I remember. She wrote it because she did that 13 Reasons Why TV show. She like directed it or wrote it or something. At least the first season. I don't know if she really wants to be tied to it after the first season. So it might have just been the first season. But that song like was for the TV show.
Oh yeah.
But that show.
Was it weird?
It was
I don't know what it is. I've heard of it, but I don't know.
It was about a girl who killed herself.
Oh.
And then she left 13 tapes, like sound like tapes for like 13 different people of like 13 reasons why she killed herself. It was a whole thing. I don't know. I never watched it, but it got like pretty graphic, I think, like toward like in later seasons where there's a particular scene that if you know, it was taken off of YouTube or off of Netflix because it was just too much. But yeah. So this song, it always makes me think of that show, which is funny. Sicko Mode by Travis Scott.
I don't know that one.
I'm not a big Travis Scott fan. And
who is he married to?
He has babies with Kylie Jenner.
Okay. I didn't know he sang.
Yeah. So he was a guy who, what was it called? His concert was the one where people were moshing so hard and he didn't stop it that a couple of people died because they got trampled. And so that's kind of what started the like artists stopping the concert to make sure people are okay kind of a thing because he didn't.
That makes sense.
Let's see. Him and I, G-Eazy and Halsey. This song is also funny. Well, it's not funny. They were dating and they performed this song on like Good Morning America or something. And like she'd found out that like he cheated on her like right before they went out on stage. And you can just so tell in the performance that she is mad.
What one is this?
Him and I, G-Eazy and Halsey.
I'll have to watch it.
It's really funny. It's like one of those things you look back and you're like, man, she was upset. All the Stars, Kendrick Lamar and SZA. That was also from the Black Panther album. Really good album.
I don't know these ones.
Let's see here. Bodak Yellow, Cardi B. It's a classic. Bodak Yellow. It's a classic. Let's see. How Long, Charlie Puth. Another one of the like 3 songs I knew going to this concert. One Kiss by Calvin Harris and Dua Lipa. That's a good song.
Sounds familiar.
One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possible I look like all you need. Great song. Let's see here. Call Out My Name by The Weeknd. That's a good song. It was funny. The Weeknd did the at the Super Bowl, the like halftime show at the Super Bowl like a couple years ago. And I didn't really consider myself a big Weeknd fan, but I knew every single song he was singing.
Did you really?
It was so funny. I was like, man, I guess I'm a bigger Weeknd fan than I thought.
Weeknd fan.
Yes.
Weeknd fan. God, that's hard to say.
Weeknd fan. Wait, you're right.
Weeknd fan.
Duh.
Band.
No, just fan. But I want to say duh. Weeknd fan.
Oh yeah, I want to say duh too.
But there's no duh.
Weeknd fan. Okay, that's hard. Say it 3 times fast.
I will when you do. Happier by Marshmello and Bastille. That song was a good one. Let's see. We're almost to the end here. Yeah, that's it. Believer by One Direction. Not One Direction. Imagine Dragons. Believer.
Oh,
you
yeah,
make me a believer.
that's a good one.
Yeah. That was it. 2018. I think that was a little better than 2017.
Yeah,
Good year.
I think so.
Yeah.
It was getting there. I mean, you got Perfect in there. So.
It's so true. So true.
And that was a really good song.
Really good song.
Okay, so we're into my senior year, 1986. How old I am. So the number one song that year was "That's What Friends Are For" by Dionne Warwick, Gladys Knight, Elton John, Stevie Wonder, which
That's
is a
what
classic.
friends are for.
And you've got a lot of classic people there.
But I would not have picked that as a number one
I would not
song.
have either. So that's kind of weird.
That's hilarious.
Then Lionel Richie.
Say
you,
say me. Say it together.
How Will I Know by Whitney Houston. That was a good
How
song.
will I know?
This was when Whitney Houston was really good. I think this was her
Her prime.
breakout prime time.
Yeah.
That was such a good song. Like, that was really good. Glory of Love by Peter Cetera. If you've seen Karate Kid 2, that is the main song.
See, I don't know if I know that song.
It's to that movie.
Yeah. I've never seen The Karate
And-
Kid nor Karate Kid 2.
And it was one of those songs that they played over and over until you're like, I can't
Can't
one more
hear it ever
time,
again.
but I can now because I like it still.
That's good.
Back then, maybe a little bit. Okay, that's what I did. Okay, Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel. Hated that
I
song.
don't think I know that
Why am
one.
I telling you all these ones I hate? It was just such a big song.
Yeah.
Sledgehammer. It was just dumb, and the video was dumb, I remember. And
See, if you're going to have a dumb song, you better at least have a good video.
yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
Rock Me Amadeus by Falco.
There you go.
That was a dumb one. Papa Don't Preach by Madonna. You know,
Another Madonna.
I don't think she was a virgin anymore. Like a Virgin to Papa Don't Preach. Who knew?
Who knew?
You Give Love a Bad Name by Bon Jovi.
That's a good song.
Classic.
Classic.
Dancing on the Ceiling by Lionel Richie. I don't know why I put that one down. I hate that song. I just wanted to show that Lionel Richie had some weird songs.
He was huge.
He was
I didn't
huge.
realize how big he was.
He was huge back then. The Conga by Miami Sound Machine. See, 86 we were dying.
Getting kind of weird music.
We were starting to die.
Yeah.
We're dying out. True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins.
That movie must
That
have come
was-
out. Top Gun.
Top Gun. That was a good one. That
Yeah.
was a really good one. No One Is to Blame by Howard Jones.
A classic.
Classic. I saw him in concert. He was really good.
That's good.
Yeah. Dad and I went.
Yeah.
Manic Monday by the
It's
Bengals.
just another Manic Monday.
Walk of Life by Dire Straits. That was good.
I don't know that one.
I'm Your Man by Wham.
I don't know that.
Ugh, too bad. That's a good one. Got Rock in the USA by John Cougar Mellencamp.
A classic.
Dumb. Classic. See, there was just nothing. Why Can't This Be Love by
That's a
Van
good song.
Halen.
That's
Now,
a
that's
good
a good.
song.
That's a good one. That's with Sammy Hagar.
Wasn't
Yeah.
he just put in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or did he perform?
He performed, but he also was the one that announced Foreigner's
Oh, fun.
induction.
That's fun.
Yeah. Life in the Northern Town by Dream Academy. I always love that song.
I don't think I know that one.
It's a very peculiar song. If you hear it, you know it.
Yeah.
It's just really kind of a bizarre song. Always loved it.
There you go.
Always loved that
There you
song.
go.
It's just not very many good ones. Even Elton John gave us Nikita.
Meh.
I mean, come on, Elton John.
Elton John.
Your Wildest Dreams by Moody Blues. So I went and saw a concert with the singer of Moody Blues. Had no idea of any of their songs. I kept saying, I don't know any of their songs except for one. And they're like, which one? I'm like, I don't know. Well, this is the one I know. Your
There you
Wildest Dreams.
There you go.
And guess what? No.
Not a big Moody
Not a
Blues.
big fan.
There you go.
Yeah, there just wasn't anything really.
Walk This Way. That's
Oh.
a good song. Run DMC
I almost
featuring
missed that
Aerosmith.
one. I marked it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. That's probably one of my favorites.
That's like a remix or like the original, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think they sang Walk This Way.
Like I think they rap or something in it.
But Run DMC raps in it. It's
Yeah.
actually like a really,
But it's good.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like a cool song. Like they
Mhm.
sound really good
Yeah.
together. So I really like that. Yeah, it was just weird. It was a weird year for music. You would have thought with 84 they could have kept going, but they didn't.
Yeah.
King for the Day, Friday the Thompson Twins. That's
Don't
always a
know that
classic.
one.
That one's actually really fun. I really like that one. A Different Corner by George Michael.
I don't know that one either.
That's actually a really good song.
There you go.
I like that one. That was kind of a tender one. That must have been right when he went solo.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
86.
I'll Be Over You by Toto. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a yeah. Yeah, but weird. It was a weird year. I mean,
Yeah. Not the best.
Broken Wings by Mr. Mister. Ick. I mean, I guess it
Yeah.
was okay. I don't know.
Just a weird year.
It was a weird year.
Music was it was in that in between like starting to be 90s music and
Yeah.
still 80s.
Yeah. So,
Kind of odd.
so 86. You did okay for us, but
Yeah.
not tons.
Alrighty, we'll blast through 2019 because we're getting long here. I graduated in 2019. The number one song was Old Town Road by Lil Nas X featuring Billy Ray Cyrus. This song, I can't stand this song. I hate this song so very much because it was so overplayed and just wasn't a good song to start with. So that's one I can't stand. Number 2, Sunflower by Post Malone. That's such a good song.
Post Malone.
Post Malone. We love Post Malone. Without Me by Halsey. This song was written about her breakup from G-Eazy.
Oh, from the
Yes.
TV show?
Yes. Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Classic. Wow by Post Malone. 7 Rings by Ariana Grande. So Thank You Next came out this year. So good.
And if you remember our episode a few weeks ago when we were guessing lyrics, she didn't remember that.
I did not remember. Well, that was from Thank You Next.
Yeah.
This song, Thank You
Ah,
Next. This
okay.
was 7 Rings. But Thank You Next is right here. High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. That's a great song. Truth Hurts by Lizzo. Do you know what's better than Truth Hurts by Lizzo? Truth Hurts by the Kids Bop. Incredible. Incredible.
Kids Bop.
Kids Bop, incredible. I Don't Care, Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber. Such a great song.
Classic.
Shallow by Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper.
Oh, that was a classic.
So good.
I mean, how many times did you hear that one on the radio?
It's still like the only thing on the radio, it seems
Sometimes.
like sometimes.
Sometimes I still listen to it though. I kind of liked it.
It was good. I know you did like it. Let's see here. Someone You Loved by Louis Capaldi.
I don't know.
That's a good song. If I Can't Have You by Shawn Mendes. Better Now, Post Malone. I think I said that one last year. Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored, Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
You Need to Calm Down, Taylor Swift. So she had released Lover this year. Her flop era, but that's okay. We forgive her for that. She just couldn't pick singles. Taylor Swift has always struggled, well, at least, probably from this album on, struggled picking singles. The singles from Lover were not good. The rest of the album is incredible. Singles weren't
The
great.
singles, meh.
Meh. Me by Taylor Swift and Brandon Urie. Thoughtiana. Incredible. Let's see here. This is when Morgan Wallen was hitting the scene. We're not country fans, so I couldn't tell you any Morgan Wallen songs, but he's huge.
I've heard of Morgan Wallen.
Be All Right by Dean Lewis. That's such a good song. Let's see. Hey Look Ma, I Made It, Panic at the Disco. That album that they released this year was really, really good. When the Party's Over, Billie Eilish. So that one, Bad Guy, they're all from When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? That's my favorite Billie Eilish album. I think it is so, so good. So good. And that's a really good song.
I think this is when Tyler was making fun of me because I didn't know who Billie Eilish was.
Probably. This is when she got big. She'd been on the scene for a second, but this is when she got big. Breathe In by Ariana Grande. Bury a Friend, Billie Eilish. That's my favorite Billie Eilish song. I think it's just so good. So good. Baby Shark. I love that made the top 100.
That for my grandbaby, and he just listened to it.
He's not quite old enough
Thank
to
goodness.
understand.
We'll probably never
Baby
play
Shark.
it once he can say again. But
because
since he can't talk, we just play that one.
yes. This year was when the Jonas Brothers got back together. So we have Only Human by the Jonas Brothers.
This has got to be good.
So good. I'm sure the other one's on here somewhere too. Sucker.
Yeah.
So good.
Classic.
Let's see here. Where was I? Hot Girl Summer. This is when the term Hot Girl Summer was coined by Meg Thee Stallion.
Never heard that before.
You've never heard of Hot Girl Summer?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's when you break up with your boyfriends right before summer comes, so you can have Hot Girl Summer.
Okay.
Boyfriend, Ariana Grande, and Social House. Social House opened for the Ariana Grande
When we
went. Well, they were one of the openers. Normandie. Not Normandy. Normani, that's her name. She was the other opener. She was the one we didn't like. But Social House opened. They're really good. But yeah, 2019. It was also a good year.
It was a good year. It seems like that was probably one of my favorite years.
Yeah. No, it was Sucker. There it was. It was at
Sucker.
the beginning. I was gonna say, I swear that's on there somewhere.
2019. That's awesome.
That was when 2019 was when Señorita came out with Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes. That's what started their relationship. That just went on way too long.
Didn't last.
Did not last, but they had plenty of weed walks during COVID.
Wow.
He's at least bi.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't care.
We don't know. We don't care.
We don't care.
I hope he's happy, whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our high school experience through music.
School. So if any of you relate to that or like the songs or which year was your favorite of those?
Yeah.
Because we had some good ones. But
If you had to pick one song to your high school experience, what song would it be?
for my whole high school
Yeah.
experience, it probably would have to be probably and Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. That's a classic.
Because I think Michael Jackson was just huge.
Yeah.
I mean, the song Thriller, the music,
The album.
and then Bad came out soon after.
That's
It
true.
just was Michael Jackson. Just
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Jackson. How about you?
Probably Shape of You
Yeah.
by Ed Sheeran. That song was it just never went away. It just never went away.
Isn't that good?
No, that was honestly the worst from that album. But that album is incredible.
It
So
was
even
incredible.
the worst from the album is still a great song.
True. It was great.
But,
So,
but
yeah, that was a lot of fun.
But yeah, so
Memory
let us
lanes.
know what
Memory lane.
what your high school song is. Like if you had to pick one song from your high school experience, what would it be?
Yeah, or if you even have a memory from one of those songs
Yeah.
from high school
Yeah.
or from just life.
Yeah, we want to know.
Want to know?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
So follow us on your preferred streaming platform and social media. It's just From Vinyl to Streaming. Subscribe on YouTube, and we'll see you next week.
All right. We'll see ya. Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Welcome back to Vinyl to Streaming through the. Oh my gosh. Okay, you're just going to have